let's get to – so first, our favorite first-round matchups. Like the ones we want to see, the ones we're dying to see. Arkansas, Illinois is probably number one, and you got it. It's an Illinois team that God knows what they're going to do. We have no idea.
They might shoot 55 threes just honestly, to cap the year off.
It's amazing. Like, I think Brad Underwood is so intrigued to see, because he's had Kofi, he's so intrigued to see, like, okay, maybe we'll be really good in the tournament. Now, I have no idea, but, like, I rolled the dice, and let's see. Well, you get Eric Musselman.
At this point, though, Jeff, you are who you are. And that doesn't mean they can't win these games, because I have thought they've played really well, but they have 12 losses on the year for a reason.
Right.
They get swept by Penn State for a reason, but at the same time, they beat Texas and they beat UCLA. That's pretty wild.
That was a long time ago.
And that's the thing. Those wins were in November and December, and since I think they have one quad one win. Yeah, and I'm trying to think who that is.
They've been average and they've been so inconsistent. And Arkansas has been a little bit inconsistent too since Nick Smith came back. But I give the Razorbacks the edge here. I give them the edge. I trust them more. The other one that I love, and this is where I'm torn where to go. So I could drive to Albany Friday instead of going to Orlando Tuesday night or Wednesday. Albany's 3 hours away, and I could see the Danny Hurley, Rick Pitino matchup between UConn and Iona. I'm telling you, that might be the best storyline of the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. Rick Pitino, and is this it for him at Iona? Does he go to St. John's? Here's what I've been told on that first, before we get to the game, is he'll likely end up at St. John's, okay? But a lot of people close to him are saying, don't do it. Don't go to St. John's. It's not a good job. They don't have a lot.
There's some real limitations there.
Yes.
Some real limitations.
So I think St. John's is going to have to kiss his ass and make him feel like they really, really want him to get Rick Pitino there. I think if they kind of drag their feet and say, well, we're going to meet with you and a couple other candidates, Rick's going to say, you know what? Thanks. I'm staying at Iona. And he'll still get another. Listen, he'll get a good one next year. It might be Jim Larrañaga retiring at Miami next year.
Yeah, and then he's in South Florida where he wants to be.
Right. So he'll get one. But this matchup, how scared do you think right now Danny Hurley is? How nervous do you think he is?
You make it sound like he's a little kid hiding under the covers.
I think he might be.
He's not.
I think right now I could do a Dan Hurley impression.
Isn't UConn playing pretty well right now?
They're playing very well.
Yeah, so he's not hiding shit. I can't believe you'd say that about him. He's never going to come on the show anymore. You're saying he's acting scared?
I think he is.
No, he's not. All right, I'm going to go with the team that has the nation's longest active win streak at 17.
Who's that?
Oral Roberts and Duke in the 5-12.
I think Duke's going to kill him. I think Duke's going to blow him out.
Really? I mean, I know Duke's playing really well, but I just am so intrigued by Oral Roberts' offense. They shoot it well. They've got a dynamic guard in A. Smith, Vanover.
They've got a 7'4" guy, but Duke's got 2 7-footers.
No. But you act like Connor Vanover's been doing work by playing with his back to the basket. Isn't he a pick and pop guy?
Yeah, but he's got to protect the rim too. And
agreed. I think that with Oral Roberts' offense, that intrigues me with that game.
I don't think. To me, I love the one I really love is Miami Drake. Because Drake, remember, they were in the tournament a couple of years ago. The core of their team is back, and they added Tucker DeVries, who's awesome. Coach's son, 6'7", skilled. You look tired over there. Look at you yawning. Tough day.
I work.
Tough day.
You don't work. Jesus.
And Miami, I think both those teams have a chance to advance. And Miami, we know they got Wong, they got Nigel Pack, Jordan Miller, North Chad Omir's banged up a little bit. I think that's going to be a great first round game. What do you make of the Indiana-Kent State matchup?
I mean, with the way Kent State guards, I think that Indiana's a team that I think game planning for them. You just sell out on Trace Jackson Davis and dare other guys to beat you. And I think that's what you will see Kent State do. And that'll be interesting. I'm also looking forward to the Kentucky Providence game.
Yeah,
I think
that was my
Kentucky
next
Providence
one. Yeah.
has some real juice. Ed Cooley, hot name right now, along with Micah Shrewsbury.
Yep.
Seen a lot of tweets about those two guys.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you think that is Shrewsbury? I heard a lot of Notre Dame,
Yep.
but then it's been a lot of Georgetown lately. But I've heard about Ed Cooley as well.
Georgetown can do this more than Notre
How can
Dame.
Notre Dame can't?
They're not going to. They're not going to. It's not that.
But if they want to get a good coach like an Ed Cooley or a Micah Shrewsbury,
yeah,
I would think the way to pry him from Penn State or keep him from Georgetown would say, all right, we are going to commit to basketball, not the same as football because they're never going to do that, but in a way that is comparable to what our ACC opponents are doing.
Yeah.
Well, how do you get a good coach if you don't do that?
I'd rather live in Georgetown in DC than I would in South Bend. Now, Mike is a Midwest guy.
Hey guys, just a reminder, our sponsor for today's episode is Run Your Pool. They are hosting the Field of 68 Bracket Challenge. This year, they are giving away $1,500 in free prizes. It's all an incentive for you to get on there and find out just how good their platform is. I've been using them for my bracket pools for years. I've used them for Super Bowl squares. I use them for everything that I need to use them for. The biggest survivor pool that I'm in for both NFL and NCAA tournament is by Run Your Pool. So go check them out. The link's below. Tap in. Do you guys ever get tired of trying to prove that you won an argument, that your takes weren't hot, they were right? Well, I have an answer to all of your problems. Vaulted is a new sports prediction app that turns your opinions into facts. You can store all of your predictions and hot takes in your own vault now and forever. Challenge your friends, keep track of the results, and prove that you are, in fact, the smartest one in the room and the smartest one in your friend group. We all know how much that matters. You can always win the bar argument with the Vaulted app. They're also going to be releasing more than 50 pools over the course of the next 3 months, from the NCAA tournament to the NBA playoffs on into baseball season. So download the app at the link below, sign up for your 3-month trial, and store your predictions now and forever.
I get it.
He's from Indiana. So.
I know. I think Georgetown, the ceiling, I still feel like is higher.
They have not been good in 10 years.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
But you think that they can bring it back?
Well, just because you hired a shitty coach doesn't, like, you. I hate people that say that they haven't been good. Well, maybe it's because the coach wasn't good.
And they just had such catastrophic losses in the NCAA tournament under John Thompson III.
But they did go to Final Four under him. They did.
They did. That's true.
A long time ago.
What year was that? That was 03?
08, 07, 08?
Did they make it?
6? It was a long time ago. It's a long time ago. Might have been later than that. Might have been 8, 9 or something like that. But here's the thing. The only downside with Georgetown is that the arena isn't on campus. That's pretty much it. You can get kids into school. You have so many players in the area. So many. And you can move up quickly in the Big East route.
Yeah. Yeah, Georgetown played in the Final Four in 07, and they lost to Ohio State. That's a loaded Final Four. Florida, Ohio State, unbelievable teams. All right, yeah.
I think, again, you put too much, like, people are like, well, it's not – Providence is a better program than Georgetown. No, it's not. Georgetown's a better program.
But doesn't Ed Cooley have some real connections to the city?
Oh, to Providence or to Georgetown? Yes.
Providence.
Yeah, he grew up in Providence.
I know, but I'm saying he's very ingrained, even like business-wise there, I'd heard.
Oh, shit, yeah. No, he's the king there. He's not leaving. At the end of the day, he's making $3.7 a year at Providence. Let's say Georgetown can offer him $5. Providence will go up to $4.5. He is not going to leave for $500,000 a year to go to Georgetown, which is a rebuild, and leave the place he grew up, the place he is king. He is going to ultimately, in my opinion, he's going to go to the altar, maybe not even go that far. He's going to talk to him. He's going to turn it into a new 8-year deal worth 8 years at 4.5 is what? 32, I don't know, 35 million, something like that.
Good math.
I don't know if that's right, but it sounds good, right? Yeah. 8 years, 35 million.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
All right, Kentucky. Can Providence beat him, Rob? I mean, Bryce Hopkins never played at Kentucky. Now he's a dude at Providence. The only thing I worry about is Providence's point guard play.
Yeah.
Jared Bynum's just been okay. And to me, Cason Wallace is a stud when he's healthy, and now he's had time, a little bit more time to get healthy. I think Kentucky wins this.
Yeah, I just think that the pressure on Cal to win this game is going to be insane. He loses another first round game. Oh my God. They will lose their minds in Lexington. Boy, do you have confidence though? They lost to Vanderbilt in their quarterfinal game in the SEC tournament.
How can you have confidence in him? You don't have confidence in him, but all I'll say is like Providence hasn't played well either down the stretch. There's a reason they're an 11 seed. At one point, this was a locked tournament team, and then they barely backed their way in.
How surprising has it been to you that Sheboy goes from National Player of the Year to, people claiming they can't play him
defensively? Well, that's the thing against Providence. They've got these bigs. Croswell's more of a junkyard dog big.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I think that matchup won't be awful for Sheboy in a way. He's a little undersized.
Yeah.
But Providence plays tough. That's what they're kind of known for is obviously they're
Croswell's 6'8", 240. Like he's a big body, but not a
he'll bang
tall.
with Oscar. He'll bang
with right.
So I just think the point guard play to me, I love Casey Wallace. I think he's going to shine in the NCAA tournament. And I think the key is going to be DeReeves and Frederick. I don't even know if he's going to play, but Antonio Reeves to me is the key to them. Because if he can go for 20 and make threes and space the court, they're in good shape. If he can't, all you do is sag back on them. And honestly, Providence probably play some zone and dare everybody not named Reeves to make a shot.
Yeah, I agree. I am intrigued by Furman and Virginia just because of Furman's story. They were knocking on the door last year at the NCAA tournament. David Jean-Baptiste, it's a half-court shot, sent Chattanooga to the NCAA tournament. Chattanooga almost beat Illinois. But yeah, they have a good offense. I saw them again down at the SoCon.
Yeah.
I think Furman is a team that they've got experience. They've got Mike Bothwell's a really good guard. Offensively, Jalen Slosson's player of the year. They have good players. They can shoot the three. That'll be interesting.
All right, so here's the thing. You look at we finally have the brackets now. Okay, so you can kind of, now's the time when you can really look at like how it sets up and everything like that. And prior to this, I said I'm going to put Houston to the win it all no matter what. And now with Sasser banged up, I don't feel as good about it. I don't feel as good. And now I watch Alabama tear through the SEC tournament, and I feel a lot better about the Crimson Tide. I'm worried about Kansas and their bracket now. I am. I'm worried. I mean, how can you not?
You are such a front runner. You've been beating the chest for all these teams all year.
But now you see it. You see it. And all right, so